For the next 100 days, I'm surviving in a world of floating islands. Below me sits a deadly ocean full of hungry creatures like sharks, jellyfish, and whatever else attempting to nibble at my flesh. So I have to navigate the island safely with many advanced machines in order to not fall to my doom. My real goal is to reach the castle at the end of the game, a historic monument protected by magic, full of mobs, puzzles, and best of all, loot. Crazy loot. But to get there, I had to build my own floating island in the sky, combining the concept of hobbit holes and an Air Force base. I know, it sounds crazy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy 100 days on only floating islands. Day 1. Alright. Okay, I kind of see. I see the floating island thing. Looks like a normal overworld to me, though. This is cool. This looks so nice, though. All right. Oh, I kind of, okay, I see it now. I see the floating island archetype now. Anyway, let's do some normal Minecraft stuff. Let's punch a tree, get our tools going. What in the heck are you? Okay, we have a weird tree chopping mod, clearly. That's all right. We're on floating islands. There's plenty of mods. I'm expecting much more weirdness. Ah, nicely done. Off rip, I made my wooden pickaxe and noticed two things. One, this crafting table is sick, displaying the items I'm making. And two, the normal tiered Z mod that I'm used to is a bit different in Forge. My extended wooden pickaxe wasn't the normal common or epic. Still works to mine stone though. Now, I'm not entirely certain what to expect from this world. I don't want that, tell you what. But of what I do know, okay, we got more extended stuff and then common. That's not great. Of what I do know, this world is an endless ocean. It seems the land has risen up to the sky, and underneath, all that dwells is sea creatures ready to kill you. Of course, I can't see them from up here, but I don't plan on going down there anytime soon. While I'm above ground, I like to target caves and get early gear, but the darkness had other plans. Caves, wow, this looks bad already. Okay, fantastic news. We're not going into that place. I guess I will stick to mining some trees and just getting the basic resources instead of trying to go over and get some iron. I think my best bet in this world is to find the highest point and base up. Allows me to see the most and avoid islands leeching darkness from above. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's take this sheep, get him dead. Then let's avoid 7 million creepers. Holy cow, what are even that? Never mind, I'm going this way. Further into our run, I'm starting to notice weird creatures. You know, animals that don't exactly fit in Minecraft, so that's pretty cool. May have killed a few of them, but I was starving. Or they looked good, I don't remember. After cooking the chicken breast that I deserve, I looked at my pathing to the top. The Cherry Islands look like a great spot to be, I just don't have enough blocks to get up there. Instead, I opted for a plan of jumping middle island to get further out. Exploration awaits. Oh, and I also scored my first bit of iron. Sometimes I forget that you can get iron really high up, so these cliff sides were really useful. What did suck was that all the smelting landed me at nighttime, and since we don't have caves or much landmass, the world around me is infested with mobs. Let's engage the night. Oh man, I don't want to do this. Okay, 3 skeletons, easy. Draw them over. Zombie, you deal with that one. I'll deal with this one. Oh, the zombie died to this one. The world will kill that one. Okay, that's a nighttime. The world will handle this one. Goodbye. I'm sure. Oh, he is fine. Okay, nice. Day 2, I'm finally able to start my bridging, but doing that forever isn't the goal. I want to be able to traverse this world freely, and other than just beating the game, I want to reach the castle at the end of it. A super OP structure full of endgame content for us floating island people. But I'd guess my best idea right now is to find an island that I really like and settle down there. From there I can start farming, create my own, I don't know, runway maybe for the item, and then we can really begin our adventure. My first biome switch, after like 4 scary bridging ventures, was a more green-like acacia, but maybe it's a little too safari for me. I was gonna say, where do we go next? But there's a nice area down here with rhinos! Yeah, okay. Yeah, I wanna fight a rhino on day 2. That's good. That's good. You guys stay over there, and I'll stay away from you. With enough acacia, I finally got to the highest point in the world, thinking this could be where I'd live. Ooh, well, I kind of like this area. I actually really like that it's open because, for one, I don't have to ruin the landscape, and two, it's so flat. What I envisioned for my island is I would love to build an Air Force base. I know how weird that sounds, and especially crazy for the style of build that I normally go for, but I think it would be awesome to have a little bit of in-between sort of action. But you never get it on your first try, so my hunt for a home continues into day 3. I'm striving for perfection. My home has to be the best place on the planet, and it didn't matter how far I'd have to bridge, how long I had to run, or the random structures I'd just run into. Our first technical, I guess this is probably some sort of build. It's part of some mod, but I get some free stuff. We get some free wheat. We got some sugar cane. Very nice, very nice. Now I need to aim. You know what? We're not jumping. We're gonna just ride the water down. No way, Jose, am I jumping. Ride the water down. Ride the water. Oh, the water stopped. Oh my goodness. That could have been really bad. That could have been very, very, really bad. Escaping death, lurking through night and day, witnessing the most bizarre mob behaviors. Oh, the spiders are trying to catch flies. That's actually kind of adorable. I really don't like them though. Dude, look, they're trying to catch the fly. Oh, that's so weird. Hey, 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 I'm not a fly. I promise. I was going to find my own corner of the universe. I think we made it to our house just in the nick of, oh, it's still nighttime. It's still nighttime. But look at this place. We are on a floating island, probably the tallest one. Oh my goodness, I should sleep before I start explaining things. Let's go to bed. Day 7. Yep, it took that many days, but I have found the perfect spot for home. An island above the rest, sectioned off from the world, and the perfect width for a runway. My first order of business up here was to get rid of all of the trees. You see, the trees hide mobs, and if they keep showing up, we'll get nowhere. So for my favorite part in all of my videos, it's deforestation time. Okay, yeah, that right there is what I was scared. That right there is what I was scared of. Go to bed. Oh gosh, miss your hit. Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious. Oh goodness gracious. Oh, there's nowhere to run. 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 Oh goodness gracious. Oh goodness. Yeah, okay. That's what I was worried about with nighttime up here. Everything spawns here because it's the only place they can spawn, and I wasn't able to cut down every tree, so we're in trouble. Okay, here we go. We're sleeping in the sky tonight. I don't care. My next morning wasn't so nice. The night wasn't kind, leaving its deadly pests for me to deal with. Creepers, spiders, and the worst of them all, dreaded trees hiding skeletons in their midst. I made sure that's not happening again, but not the way you think, all right? I just added plenty of torches to secure my island. Then I murdered the rest of the wood. Okay, you knew it was gonna happen. Half of the tree's island still stood, and we can't have that. If you're not a fan of deforestation, just remember, I need materials to build a house, and these are probably maybe gonna be for that. Like and subscribe for deforestation. Don't do that. Don't like and subscribe for that, man. Oh no. Oh, there we go. There's all the trees. Well, okay, sure, not all of them, but like the ones on the outer rim still add a little bit of texture to the island. Plus, if the mobs want to run and hide, they can run and hide there. Anyway, let's finish lighting this place up so I don't have to worry about those said mobs, because I'd really, really like to be able to just live up here for forever and not die. I'd also say those materials are 100% worth it, because now I can already see what I need to use to start building my house. I will need spruce though, which was that way. Yup, there it is. In the meantime, I want to get rid of this. I really, really want to get rid of this lava pool, because it's just not necessary. And I might even get rid of just this top layer of dirt so it's a little bit more flat, because I have plans that involve a lot of terraforming, and it would be easier if the whole island was similar height. You know, lava is more annoying than I remember. I had to make sure to get every block out of this, because, you know, I'm going to build with wood, which just meant spam clicking cobblestone looking down. I felt like an idiot. Maybe I am an idiot. Lava pool eliminated. It did leave a giant hole in the ground though, which is good because I do need to make some shovels and start getting rid of this top layer, which will allow me to fill that in, and the creeper hole from earlier, which, yeah, that was a happy little accident, wasn't it? One thing I will say about this Reforged Tier Z mod is that I don't have to worry about ever getting commons. For some reason, all of the stuff that I get doesn't seem to have debuffs, which is really nice, because when I made my shovels to start mining all this dirt, it was way easier than normal. I want to make a farm, but I've stumbled onto one singular issue. I've only got, one water bucket, and none of these adjacent islands seem to have more. I could go all the way down for water. That might defeat the purpose of a floating island. Plus, I might get eaten by a shark, so I'm just gonna have to go on an adventure. Oh wait, there's water right there. Hold on. Oh, and there's sugarcane too. Oh, and sand. Maybe we should, I mean, we could bring it back up with us, but I think for now, the farm, I do need seeds, actually. Let's grab some seeds, and then we've got onions back home. We've got tomato seeds back home. We don't have carrots or potatoes, which is, I believe, what the pigs need. But at least we'll be able to breed everything else while we're up there. Returning to base, I made a hoe and outlined a space for the farm. I'm thinking we do 2 separate ones, both of which proportions close to 9 by 9, but the lower of the 2 will be specifically for wheat. That's the stuff that feeds all of the animals. But of course, I also live here, so for my Farmer's Delight stuff that we've gathered, aka tomatoes and onions, we'll do a separate farm above. I really hope I remember to feed the animals this 100 days. Oh, and speaking of the animals, I couldn't just let them roam around. I'm not giving out my stolen land for free. Thus, they get a couple of very spacious pens in the corner. Don't worry, the rent's not too high. Now for the real testament. Do we have carry-on? We do. Okay, the cows will go in this bigger pen right here. The sheep will join them in one of the other big pens. I'd say since we have to grab their wool, we'll go in the one with the door. All the little piggies will go in this pen because I still can't breed them yet, so I don't really need to interact with them. Hence there being no fence gate on that one. And of course, the chickens get the small fry. That's what always happens. Yeah, okay, it's not actually that easy. I made it seem like we completed the task, but that was just one of each animal, so I had to unironically sniff pig butt most of my night. And I did end up feeding them, so I'm kind of a good boss. Landlord. Overlord? Good anime. Now the next day, I finally decided on doing my base. For one, this flat island is actually flat enough to start working on my runway. Or at least outlining my runway. I use a couple of pieces of dirt to figure out where I'm going to have this thing, where my plane will be housed. That way I can figure out the dimensions of my house. Speaking of, I think I mentioned that we're going Hobbit themed. So I took all of that birch that we stole from the island and outlined a massive house. Normally, I don't go this big, but I've conquered an entire island this time. It did need some slight terraforming in order to fit, plus I think this is good because we can extend out the farms later. Not that I had enough dirt to do all of this. I still need a lot to cover my house with, but for now it's good. Boys, okay, that looks a lot better. However, to do the actual build, I need spruce, and I don't have any on me anymore. I didn't get a spruce tree from my spawn, mostly because for some reason that was cypress. But it's alright, because spruce is just yonder. How we get to it though is a slight issue, so I think we fly over there. Seems ridiculous, probably not going to happen, but there are 2 ways it can happen. 1, I grow wings, or 2, I make a plane. Personally, I think we run the plane idea, so let's just GEI this mod, or this thing real quick. So again, we need 9 iron for just the hulls. We need a blast furnace. Okay, we need a oh, we need redstone. Ooh, how are we gonna get redstone? The reason for my confusion is that a lot of ores don't exist up in the floating islands. I mean, some do spawn up here. Redstone isn't exactly one of them. And I don't plan on going to the ocean anytime soon. So for the night, I prioritized getting ores that I knew were here. More iron so that I can make the propellers and hulls, coal so I could smelt it all down, and copper for that one thing with the engine. I don't remember. Turns out though, I had already forgotten how terrifying the nighttime can be. It is full of creatures that can't go underground because caves don't exist. Oh my goodness, why did I do this at night? There's a bear with her cubs! I'm gonna die! Oh, run away. Yo, what up, hoo-hoo? Are you for real? I'm not even worried about the skeletons anymore. There's a mutant zombie down. I have to, there's a... I'm gonna go in this hole and die. I stayed here all night, if you couldn't tell by my reaction. The next morning, I made my way over to a structure I saw on my way into finding my island, which I thought had redstone. Now, I saw this graveyard-looking structure earlier, and I think maybe it does have redstone. Nice. Give me all this, and then, you know what? Bone blocks are actually pretty useful, too. We're trying to grow a farm. I'm really defacing a graveyard for... Okay. I feel slightly bad, but only slightly, because it's Minecraft. And so we're going to continue doing it. Ooh, there's loot. Okay. Looting corpses aside, when I found a golden apple, I saw that it had a weird sparkly trail, so I played with that for a minute. I don't know. Okay. My brain is functioning. On the flip side, I was able to make it home safe and start working on all of the components for my flying contraption. It's a plane. I already said it. Blast furnace complete. 2 of those. Then we need 3 different hulls. Oh, wait. I think it's made with logs. Like that? Okay, there we go. Oh, and we need the propeller. Okay, so we have the hulls and the propeller done. We just need the engine. And then we put the boiler at the bottom, blast furnace, 2 pistons, and stone. And then we put this with the 3 holes and a propeller to make the biplane. Okay. All right, this will be our eventual runway, but oh yeah, look at this thing. Ooh, I have to fuel it. Of course I do. Okay, you know, I should have expected that. While processing the fact that I needed coal, I discovered that planes can have upgrades. There are, like, enhanced propellers and better engines that I can just add in order to fly better. So I took all of my extra items and made a sturdy pipe, an enhanced propeller, certified fantastic landing gear, and finally industrial gears, adding them all to my plane buffed it by a lot. But now it was time for flight. Okay. Oh. Oh! We're taking off! Oh! We're taking off with the plane! Okay. Oh, I get to fully see the world now. I can just go anywhere. Oh, this is the sickest thing I've ever seen. I haven't flown a biplane before. I have used immersive aircraft mod so much, and I've never flown the plane, dude. This is actually sick, but more than ever does it make me want to finish my base so I can have a landing zone. Day 14, it is spruce time, baby. I made a million more axes than I'm probably going to use. Ground up all of the bones that's a weird thing to say. I made bone meal, that's all I was saying. And got ready to head over to the adjacent islands. Biplane, let's ride. Oh, I'm doing burnt peanut. I was saying biplane, let's ride. Oh, this is so cool. Just being able to, wait, what is that over there? That looks different than the normal islands. You see what I mean though? Cause oh, there's like a mine and a house over there. We'll have to check that out. Hello, spruce. It's so good to see you. These are spruce, awesome. Give me the saplings. That's really what we want. We want the saplings, and then we're gonna bone meal the trees. We were going big or we were going home, and I am not leaving until I have enough spruce. So the big trees it is, which I realized basically took out all of my axes. That's good though, because thankfully we brought enough. I harvested a bunch of giant spruce and then left some to grow. Not that they're going to, because they're not in range, but let's just say I'm helping nature. But when preparing to leave, I noticed a probable floating island structure off into the distance, so I had to check that out. Ooh, this looks so cool though. There's moss here. Oh, we so need that. Okay, we're gonna have to come back. This looks so nice. I can't land here right now. We need a different aircraft. Keeping that structure in mind for later, I got home and placed down 18 stacks of spruce, or nearly. But that was enough to start getting to work on the house again, making stairs, trapdoors, slabs, and all of the above in order to create the frame of the hobbit hole. Now, this circular design is not my own invention, and in fact is pretty much all over the internet for hobbit holes. I just thought it would make sense here. The basic structure is a bunch of stairs and trapdoors, creating 3 separate circles, 2 small and 1 big in the middle. The big one is obviously where we'll be putting the doorway, while the small one can stay as windows. And I think it turned out looking pretty good. Thank you, Google. But with that, I finally know the height of the structure and how much birch wood I'm going to end up needing. So I went around the structure and filled in all of the walls with the ugly side of birch, giving you a look at the full size of the house. It looks really bad when it's not stripped logs. It looks so horrible. Don't worry, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. This entire thing has to be stripped down, but we're using, I know, we're using birch. All right, I'm slowly over the years starting to hate it a little bit less. Okay, I don't know, I think you guys are starting to rub off on me. I don't like it very much. But it can fit pretty well here when it's in its stripped form. The reason I don't like birch is because of its unstripped form. Like, what is this? It's perfectly fine. In fact, I own multiple birch trees outside my house, so they really do have to grow on me, because otherwise I'm gonna start hating where I live, and we can't be doing that in this day and age. Finishing up my day, I got rid of the dirty floor and replaced it with spruce, leaving an area separated out for the kitchen. And of course, the final touch that is always needed, switching out all of the birch for planks. Okay, well, not all of it, we're just texturing here. It's looking pretty rough without the roof, but I think we'll get there. Let's see, how does the smooth stone work in here? Ooh, I've got connectivity. Connect that one, whatever that mod is called that allows. Ooh, I love that it looks like this. Okay, that is very good. You're probably gonna need much more stone than I thought. And we're out. Fantastic news. So I walked my happy butt over to the other island adjacent to us in order to mine into it and start getting some stone. With that, I was able to finish the kitchen floor and begin working on the roof. Now, I like my roofs slanted, so I started on the right side with some trapdoors. Then I did a little bit of oak log action, stripped of course, then some slabs, finishing it off with more trapdoors and an oak log directly in the middle. Looks pretty good in here, nice and slanted. However, there was one issue. The backside of the house wasn't finished yet, so I had the distinct displeasure of adding more birch to my build. After that, I got to work on the hobbit part of the house, adding dirt. A hobbit hole is normally made in the side of a hill or a mountain, and I don't have either of those, which is why I'm building it myself. Unfortunately, it required much more dirt than I possessed at the time. Oh good, we're already out. Okay. I wasn't even able to show you really my idea. That was a stack and like, wow. Okay, we need a lot more dirt. I was not expecting that to be that little amount, but all right, we're gonna make a couple shovels and get to work. Back over on one of our adjacent islands, I started mining until nighttime hit, and I realized I should not be here and went home. The next morning, though, was absolutely fair game, and I resumed my dirt mining activities. I'm sort of running on fumes when it comes to tools, so we had to use a stone shovel, which ended up taking most of my time, all of my time. It's not good out here. But when returning to our house, we definitely had enough to cover it all. The process was long. We're trying to make a realistic looking hill here, okay? That's not something I normally do. Okay? I do a little terraforming here and there, but like an entire hill? Who said we should do this? Me, I did, and unfortunately it was one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to deal with. Not because I was constantly looking at other sides and going, that's not high enough. No, it's because after all of my work, after all of the placing, I still ran out of dirt again. What are we doing? Can you even think to fathom how I started the next day? Would you guess that it could have been dirt mining? Is it the footage on screen? Did that kind of give it away? Maybe it was that. But still, of course, I'm back here mining more dirt. I feel like I'm a bad person. I keep stealing from nature in this. Who do I care? Nature never did nothing for nobody. And it sure ain't gonna help me anytime soon. But finally returning to my home, I was able to finish up the project. Okay, that should evenly spread out. And now we've got our hobbit hole. I had to make the hole and the hobbit part, but I think that's justified here. You and I both want this house to be done already, but there's still a few more things I had to do, interior-wise. For one, I had to lay out my kitchen, which at the moment kind of just looks like a bunch of stone. Once inside, I plan to have stones, blast furnaces, and the stuff from Farmer's Delight. But that requires resources, and I spent the last few days building a house, so we don't have that. Did I just hear a trader? Hello? Yo! Wandering trader guy. What do you have for me? Lily pad? Huge lily pads. Okay. More flower, pumpkin seeds, and bramble. I mean, you can stick around for a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to need any of that ever. Wait, I didn't kill him? I don't have to add in the voice line of that guy mysteriously disappearing? Okay, cool. Well, I made my bedroom, added in a few crafting tables, and sectioned out the chest area. Then I moved all of my garbage inside and organized it thoroughly. Looks organized to me. Okay, it's abundantly clear that I need to go mining. Yeah, so caves don't exist. Well, I mean, kind of, but they don't actually go into the islands, like the floating islands. Caves exist down there where the sharks are. So if I want an actual buttload of iron, diamonds, gold, like redstone, whatever I can get down there, I have to delve deep into the caves. In prep for this venture, I made sure to cook up many sources of food, tapping into Farmer's Delight for an egg sandwich and making a boat in case I have to speed away from any sharks, because that's gonna work. I would take the plane down, but I don't think this landing gear is at all built for water. So yeah, that's probably just gonna sink it, and then I'll never be able to take off again and die. But here we go. Into the ocean with the sharks. Oh, I did it. Oh, I'm scared. Okay, all right, let's see what we got down here. Maybe there's like a cave right there? I don't know. I don't really have blocks. Hold on, let me make a couple blocks so I can block myself in. And here we go. Okay. Oh, I saw a shark immediately. Oh, goodness. Go, 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 down here. Okay. All right, everything's fine. Make a little room for myself. I didn't even think about drowning, by the way. That's the first time I considered that, but there we go. We're in. The ocean was not as scary as I first thought, maybe because everything tried to eat me on my way in, and it's fine with my presence now. Either way, I found my first diamond. I hate one veins. But this place was also really good for iron. I blocked into the wall and found so much, and I needed it really bad, because I've been running cave trips and building my house on stone tools. Speaking of caves, I couldn't really find one, and I'm assuming that's because of where I was in the ocean. So I hopped back to the surface, got on my boat, and rowed away till I saw a little divot. It was maybe the luckiest divot in the world, as that's where we found the cave. A place fully infested with mobs, but also some loot. Treasures beyond imagination, like a bunch of iron and a diamond shovel, plus more diamonds to top it off. Now, my adventures down here were pretty interesting. I discovered plenty of ores that I don't know how to use, mimics and baby miner zombies hunting me down, and of course, to top it all off, artifacts of unknown time giving me a power boost. What even is this video? All in all, I'd say this place was fantastic, if not also horrifying, but I still got all the ores a man could want. Bro, what is this, a 9 vein? That's insane. I'm finding 9 veins in the big 2020, this will come out in 2026. Haha, I didn't mess it up, probably. Ooh, a bomb. Oh, there's a mutant skeleton down there. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, okay, we're not going down there. There's a mutant skeleton down there, and I refuse to do that. What is that thing? Oh, the caves are scary. Oh, the caves are not for me. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I've gotten enough stuff. I don't need any more. I'm done. I'm done. Cowardice led me back to my base, but not in shame, in riches. We are the dang nabbiest, most wealthiest floating island owner this here galaxy's ever seen, laddie. I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like half of you believe that I'm insane and the other half just know it. Day 24, Cringe Me is over, and we're starting off by getting more tools. Like I said, having to run iron and stone for so long has been bothersome. Plus, this allows me to test this version of Tiered Z more, and it's common. I genuinely did not think that was possible, but the more you know. I ended out with an epic shovel, which we got from the caves, an epic pickaxe, and a swift axe. Yeah, I'm gonna settle with that. But now I want to get into enchants. I have the cows for it, but I'd be broke on the cane. We had a mere 4 growing on one of the adjacent islands. I planted it so one day we can have lots. But in the meantime, I think we need to take old Frank the Tank of a plane out for a spin in order to find more. Shockingly, my first bit was in the snow, and then I realized something I also don't have. Obsidian. So even if we had enough books, I wouldn't be able to make the table. Ooh, wait, another portal. Hold on. Wait, there's no way I land on that. There's not a, oh wait, there's one over here. Carved very weirdly into the mountain. I can land here. I can probably land here. I'm experienced. I've done this before, I promise. Oh, please. Okay. Whew. Whew, I can fly a plane. I'm really good at it, actually. All right, nice. Let's get all of this obsidian then. That took forever. Oh wait, for you it was like a second. I envy that of what y'all get to see. Anyway, back on the hunt, it was nighttime already, and creepy crawlies were trying to stop progress. Okay, we landed on the smallest little area. Get back, demon. And then, oh, I gotta repair it, and then start it up. Oh, we're going down. Woo! Okay. The plane does not require as much starting power as I thought, but it's still so fun to do that. Before that wandering trader Frank tells me a bedtime story, I extended out the cane farm in hope to one day wield the shiny purple tools, which could end up happening faster than I thought. But first, I need armor, probably epic or legendary if this mod has it, but I'll take anything with buffs. My chestplate ended up as epic. I had rare leggings, boots that were fortified, and an unchained helmet. I have no idea why those sound so weird, but also awesome at the same time. We're gonna run with it. That's my gear set now. Now to get those books. Cows are an important part of that. However, little did I know at the time, so was a simple structure off in the distance. It's got like a mine shaft and a house on it, so I feel like there's a chance that someone lives here. And cut the plane. Ooh, okay, all right. This can be taken off from here. I like it. I'm gonna have to fix it up a little bit before we leave. Very nice. Is this like a little town? Do people live here? Is it good people, bad people? Okay, well that seems like it's a bad person. I'm gonna say that right off the gate because of the trap. But assuming that's the only trap in here, we could just... Ooh, okay, free bookshelves. I'm down for this. I'm down for some free bookshelves. Heck yeah. Oh, yo, what up, homie? Okay. No. I didn't realize they lived here. Oh, there's so many books. What the heck? Why are there so many books here? I mean, I'm happy about it. Oh, and there's beds too. I can like have a proper coloring on my bed. Oh, there's a secret chest. Yo, give me all this loot, dog. Heck yeah. All right, the bookshelves are probably the best find in this entire house, just because I've been trying to get bookshelves and it's gonna take me a minute, but there's so many in here. What a great time to not have an axe. Okay, guys, look, I appreciate the warm... Oh, what is happening? I appreciate the warm welcoming. I don't know if I don't like it anymore. How are there so many of you here? Oh, shield broke. Is there a spawner? Oh my goodness. No, there's more. Oh, there's so many more. Where are they spawning from? Oh, I see it. Get rid of this. Absolutely not, man. I didn't realize this was just gonna be infested with pillagers. Okay, I think we're doing good. I think maybe all of the pillagers are gone. No, there's more. Okay, it's down this way. Yeah, here it is. Get rid of this thing. Get out. Heck you. Whew. All right, I think we got all of the spawners. I think we're chilling now, but honestly, not bad loot. I don't really want the crossbows or whatever the heck that stuff is, but I'm fine with the iron, the beds, and the 42 books is actually crazy. Unless I find a village, though, I won't really get to use this stuff, which was what I chose to do with the rest of my day. Oh, hey, village. Yo! Okay, now my main issue is it's not actually landing here, because this is a very flat area. I love this village. Let's go. My main issue is, can I fit him in the plane? Yo, what up, homie? I'm Tony. Come here. Okay, if we grab this villager, I'm using carry-on to grab him, but how do I put him in the plane with me? Okay, so he can fly the plane. That's not what I want. Oh, I did it. Okay, if you just grab him while you're in the plane, you can carry him as you go. Oh, fantastic news. Returning home with Frank, I let him settle into my bed, mind you, and made the enchant table setup. With 35 levels, I was actually able to get a couple decent armor enchants, but we are nowhere near done with that or the village. My time the next day was spent traveling back and forth, gathering as many villagers as that place had to offer. It wasn't the most exciting venture, but in order to survive up here, I need these guys. At the end of day 27, I had either 6 or 7 villagers. Okay, that's a lie. It was like 5. I did the joke and I hate it. I'm so sorry. Now the next day, I wanted to clear things out. Looking at my farms, I feel like the land would serve a better purpose. A villager breeder. But once again, it's not flat enough for that, and it's slightly occupied. So I once again returned to the other islands to farm dirt. I swear, this will be the last time, unless I say that the next time I'm here, and then that one will be the last time. Furthermore, once I had enough, I got to terraforming. The edge of my island needs to raise a layer or so, while the farm needs to disappear and the area next to the animals needs a bit of extending. Took all night to place in a grounded structure, but the breeder will do just nicely. The area looks a little bit better now. It's raised up a bit, and I think it still looks pretty good from the side, other than probably what's just directly underneath because it's a little flat, but that's all right. We'll probably fix that maybe one day. What I'm thinking is we need a breeder, and I don't want to go another hobbit hole. I still think I'll probably do another hobbit hole at some point, but I'm not going to yet. In fact, I think we do a build right here, like in this shape that I'm making with my mouse. And I need stone for the base, and then, oh, my idea consists of deep slate. Deep slate is down there. I feel like I just keep making problems for myself. So to keep my calm, I just stuck to mining stone for now. I know I said earlier that I was going to eventually mine through this entire other island, but that was meant to be a joke. Furthermore, after my stone, I need deep slate, and that's the ocean's problem. Terminal velocity bypasses the sharks and lets me get into a great position to begin mining. Let's hope I stay down here long enough to get enough, because I am not coming back. As for the build itself, I started with a stone rectangle. On the 4th block up, I changed patterns to spruce for the log cabin vibe. Next was to balance the outward-facing logs with slabs and trapdoors, creating a shelf for the roof and decoration. Speaking of decoration, I shaved off a couple blocks from either side of the stone rectangle in order to push it in by 1 block for a cliffside look. As for the deep slate, it's a roofer's game now. I did a simple stair, upside-down stair, designed to a point, but that was just for the outline. To fill it in, I used spruce. To spice it up, I added more slabs to the top of the roof so that walls would look good. I then connected them all with fence gates and added fences to the top. Could have swore I was doing a Hobbit theme this video. I'd say it looks good, but drop your opinion down below. Does it fit the island or not? However, it's not like I was done or anything. The windows were still unfinished in both the breeder and my actual house, so I flew, yeah, walking is a little overrated now, down to a little bit of sand, smelted it up, and finally finished that project. Now, I started to realize that the inside roof of this place is disgusting. I opted for a slab and trapdoor design, which I now realize could have just been regular planks with trapdoors underneath them. Why do I overcomplicate everything? Awesome. Oh yeah, we're making plenty of villagers. Okay, and then let's grab them one at a time. Throw them on in. You can't even leave if you tried. Yo, what up? Time to make some babies with some potatoes. Yes, sir and ma'am. Probably, hopefully. Otherwise, this is a weird interaction. While they get busy, I spent my time running around, doing the best of nothing. I was kind of just contemplating my life, I guess. But I did invent. Invent. I invented this thingy. They're called curtains. I have a curtain mod. I mean, I made it. Totally. They look cool, though, don't they? Yeah, I know they do. Now that I've got decorations on the brain, I did in fact have to take Frank the Tank back over to Pillager Land for some moss. I forgot to grab a bunch when I was here last, but I was sort of fighting a 1 versus 20 with the stats of a toddler, so now that I'm tanky, I should be fine to gather freely. With that, I returned home to grow a few oak trees to get the other most important decorative block, leaves. Then I finished the breeder's decoration on the front, sides, and back, making little bushes and shrubbery to fill in those indented walls. With it looking all clean like, it was time to tend to the villagers' jorbs, in specific, a few Fletchers and possibly a Mason. Yo, what up, boys? I don't have a villager trading hall yet, but that's why we have these corners for all of your jorbs. Okay. So that guy actively just murdered himself. That's pretty awesome. I didn't know I had a mod where the stonecutter does damage. Y'all probably watch my videos and think I have insane luck sometimes and such an easy time playing the game. Just for stuff like that to happen and snap me back to reality. Anyway, 1 Frank down didn't stop me from establishing trade. It was severely needed in order to finally make the stoves for my kitchen, which has been incomplete for like 20 days now. Speaking of incomplete, I'm walking around with just a normal set of diamond tools and they need enchanted. The pick I got was legit perfect, but I've got 2 other tools and a set of armor to do as well. Which leads me into day 36, killing animals for levels, alongside getting stocked on their meat for farmers' delight later. And of course, returning to stick and brick trades for XP. My enchant on the axe could have been slightly better, but I'll take it. As long as it doesn't have Silk Touch on it, we can cook with how much spruce we get. Further trades allowed for parts of my armor to get enchanted, and at the cost of a Lapis Lazuli, I was able to re-roll for normally what I wanted, but I need more XP. Do we have any more villagers that don't have a job in here? No, just this guy. This guy just refuses to get rid of his job. I don't know why. Can he just see his job from here? You know what? I'll let you go back. All right, you've done your duty. We did a little breeding, okay? You gave us a new kid, so go back to your job. Go find it. Oh, now he gets rid of his job. Great. Did you see that? As he fell, he got rid of his job. I might go get him. Sir, are you okay? Oh, see, now you get rid of your job. What is that about, man? All right, let's go home. Let's get out of here. You'll probably thought I was heartless, that I wasn't gonna go get him. It was an option, but look, we made it back, and he's taken a new job. Working for me isn't so bad, is it? I guess we'll find out, because today I'm headed back to that village in order to find more. Unfortunate for me, there were none hiding. I cleaned it out completely. So instead, I stopped by a structure I saw along the way. It seemed to just be a couple logged cabins put together, but of course it was infested with pillagers. The loot was fine. They had a lot of meat for some reason. Well, I guess if you're gonna live on the single floating island with the boys, you'd need plenty of rations. But it didn't have what I was looking for, a food source for the villagers. Yeah, I kind of ran out of potatoes, and bread is too long of an operation. Are these carrots? I was right! I saw them out of the corner of my eye in the sky! I saw wild carrots! This will feed the villagers. Nice! Good find, me. Can we take off from here? Oh, we can. Oh, it's not a good takeoff, but we can. A successful venture like today deserves a reward. Spruce chopping. I've run out back at base, and I've come up with a new structure to make that requires this beautiful block. Day 38, I'm making a barn. The animals are vital to my own life as an avid food enjoyer, so they need a place to stay. I seem to once again venture off from the Hobbit design, but who makes a Hobbit hole barn? Not me, that's for sure. I began with a spruce-crossed structure that I filled in with birch, all stripped, of course. Then for the roof, I remembered my house from the 100 Days Farming video that had a lovely stone outline and a brick interior. So copy pasta with this design, and I've got no brick. I forgot to be trading this whole time. Thankfully, all the mans were ready for their daily trading, allowing for the consumption of more emeralds, and the creation of brick that totally stretched the entire length of the roof. If that's what an entire day of trade with one villager got me, that is poor. That is not good at all. We're gonna take forever to get the brick. We need another mason. Do we have the ability to make another mason right now? Yo, guys, do we have an empty village? Oh, I need to get them food. Okay, all right, how do I get them food? Bone meal? Oh, lucky me. Is that nighttime I see? Yeah, instead of opting for the nether, which is scary, I went with a night on the town, killing skeletons with the sole purpose of harvesting their bones. Could you imagine dying, coming back to life, realizing that all you have is bone now, and some maniac with an axe once again puts you back in your place? No? Oh, well, I guess that's just me then. Thought I'd try and be on the skeleton side for once, I don't know. Oh, that's our sign to leave, ladies and gents. That right there is our sign to go. Get me out. I am not fighting no mutant zombie. No way, Jose. All right. We did our best. We did our best. I am not dealing with that. No, no, no. Back at base, I made a plethora of carrots, hoping this would be enough to get more villagers. In the meantime, trades did restock, which are fully multifaceted. I get brick, I trade stick, I get XP, I enchant gear. Just wanted to make that clear in the dumbest way possible, by the way. Just in case you were wondering how my gear keeps improving in the background. Background task aside, I did get enough brick to finish the roof. Much faster than I thought. I think that looks good. Oh, shoot. Forgot one piece of brick right there. Let's take a gander from beyond. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that a lot. Now, what do I do with the inside rim of each of these? Do I do spruce? I mean, we can try. My normal method of thought when it comes to this roof bit is to have 2 layers and a wall. I'm a design geek, so the interior space doesn't matter too much to me. However, since it's a barn, I thought running a fence design would be pretty sick, at least on the front. The sides were just downgraded to spruce and a tiny window. On to decorating. I made sure the build had massive shelves in order to fit a bunch of moss, flowers, and lanterns. While on the ground side of things, I outlined leaves in semi-planterish looking boxes in the front, while the sides I just spam placed. Lastly, the interior roof was a mess, so I covered it up in a spruce design that took a while to figure out just because we had so much to deal with in here. But after finishing up the minute details, we are done. I think it looks really good. But you guys let me know. Alright, I gotta start moving the animals in, but like this looks... I didn't decorate the sides. Never mind, it's not done. Okay, now it's done. Like actually done. I think it looks so good. Day 42, I began with the animals. Well, not technically. I did place a bunch of dirt down to flatten out an area between the barn and my house for a path. Logically speaking, the animals can't just wander into the barn, they need to be led on a path through the back. That's the idea for this patch of grass. However, logic doesn't apply in my videos, so I kind of just carried over every animal to their correct pen. There, we've got all of our cows, pigs, chicken, and sheep in here. I don't have a way to get out of the pig pen, but they're not too useful yet at the moment. Finally, though, after however long, I can just get rid of all these fences. Then I can extend this area and start all of the farms that I've wanted to do. The wheat, the potato that I don't have anymore, the carrot, the cabbage, the tomato, all of it. I can do it all. Oh, and the onion. I forgot the onion. I can finally start working on Farmer's Delight stuff, and I can finally feed the villagers again after however many days. It's been kind of rough for them. I can maybe kill these iron golems and get this base on the road. Show on the base on the road. Base of the show on the road. Yep, I can do that. Don't know why past me thought we weren't progressing fast enough, but I did spend my night close to the edge filling in a layer of dirt without any surprises happening at all. Whoa! Okay, well, I mean, I guess if a mutant skeleton's gonna spawn, that's a good place for him too. That was almost scary. Yes. Well, I can tell you what, I'm not going down into the ocean anytime soon because that man is waiting. The next day, with ground finalized, taking out the sugarcane farm and setting it all pretty flat, I began using leaves to outline 5 circular farms. I say 5 because that pretty much covers every type of crop we have at the moment. I also wanted to make sure that the leaves didn't overlap too much and cut away at the usable land, so I said circular earlier, but let's just call it round. Next, I had to figure out all of the watering holes. At first, I really tried to fit in as little water as possible, mostly because I was putting a lantern on every single one of the water sources, and I didn't want it to be too bright. But then I realized I can kind of just stick the water underneath or inside of the leaves anywhere I want, so it didn't matter at all what I did earlier. Then came actually planting in all of the crops. I wanted to keep a balance in color, like wheat for instance. When fully grown, it's kind of yellow, but the tomatoes are red and green, while carrots are orange and green. So I tried to space out the colors, that way one side wasn't more green than the other. We've got 5 farms. We have our tomato, onion, carrot, cabbage, and wheat farms. All of which will not only be good for feeding the villagers and the animals, but also me for Farmer's Delight stuff. We also, realistically, I think we have space over here. Maybe we extend out the dirt a little bit for another farm if we were to get, like, potatoes or something, which I hope at some point we do, but I may or may not have gotten rid of them earlier, so I probably won't be on the lookout. As for the next couple of days, I call them chore days. I'll list off what I did, that way the island improvements won't be skipped. For one, I didn't like the edge of my island near the farms, so I dropped down some leaves in stagnant places to make it look nicer. Then I got to work on villager trades in order to get mending for my gear, which was a success by the way. We have close to the best set of iron armor possible. Next I added like a meat shelf in the house. I did this unlit campfire and trapdoor design a long time ago, so I thought I'd bring it back. Think of it as the first fridge ever. I also spent time researching a bunch of Farmer's Delight stuff to remind me of what I need to be harvesting. Not that I can do anything about the growth speed of my crops right now. From that research though, I made note I need eggs, so with my limited iron, I set up a couple of hoppers for the chickens to by chance lay eggs in. And finally, I added last touches to my house's interior, stuff that should have been done ages ago but took till the end of day 47. I really need bone blocks, because I can't do any of the cooking I want to do without all of those ingredients and they're still growing. So I've got an idea. I'm gonna go to the nether, but I'm not gonna make the portal here. I'm gonna make it somewhere else, so I need to find a lava pool. Lucky for me, just past Spruce Hill, there happened to be one, and we entered the better nether. Personally, not the biggest fan of this mod, as I'm trying to look for a simple block in here, not an easy thing to do. But that's why I brought Frank the Tank with us. The goat can fly us around the nether, the vile place that it is, in order to find bone blocks. They were so rare, I considered just grinding skeleton spawns instead. I swear I couldn't find any, but I just stuck with it. Lots of patience used later, I was able to find decent amounts as I went, so I can at least fill out my farms and get Farmer's Delight started. Back at base, I took turns bone mealing each crop, at first to fill in every farm, but then to also get a few extra ingredients so I can make my first dish. One that required a bunch of dough, so wheat, then to turn that dough into pasta on the cutting board, along with mutton chops instead of just the regular mutton. Nice! Mutton chop pasta. Okay, this is literally just spaghetti and meatballs, but the meat is mutton chops, but heck yeah! Technically, alright, technically it's not my first Farmer's Delight food this video, but like, I'm just proud of that. The hardest thing to get, I think, maybe the tomatoes? I just gotta wait for the entire field to grow. That's the main issue. Everything is still very, very new. I did get a little extra food though. I forgot to get more tomatoes, but that's okay. As long as it's cooking, I'll eventually be able to make more and more food. I wonder if I can share this stuff with the villagers. I probably can't, but you know, maybe one day. Why was I trying to be nice? I'm not fooling anyone. I hate those guys. But back to figuring out my next meal. Squid egg pasta. We can do vegetable noodles. I just need... Oh, I need brown mushrooms. I don't have those. We could do noodle soup. Oh, I could get dried kelp. I have a bunch of fried eggs, and we have plenty of meat. Hold on. I know exactly where to get dried kelp. Dried kelp, here I come! Well, it's not gonna be dried, but it's just definitely gonna have kelp down here, yeah? Fantastic news. Thankfully, while down here, the only stuff that spawned directly around me were jellyfish, so my only worry was collecting the kelp without drowning, which happened a couple times. So then for the noodle soup, we need the rest of the pasta, a bunch of eggs, a meat type that I mean, we could just do more raw mutton chops, and then dried kelp. And then this should start cooking, yeah? Okay, maybe we can't do mutton chops for this. Oh, it's only pork. Never mind, it's not any meat. It's only the one meat I don't have. Of course it's the one meat I don't have, because I never feed the pigs. I don't feed these guys. They don't do anything but give you meat, and it's the meat I need. Sometimes I'm really good at this game. Sometimes I am not. That's okay. It's okay. We can still get a couple meat out of this if we just cut it up. Bang. Okay, so it does work. I'm dumb. That's all. That's fine. You know what? That's happens a lot to me. We really need rice. Now that I'm looking at it, we definitely need rice. But we really need rice for a lot of things, so I need to go find that. I wonder how easy that's gonna be. Probably not at all, but let's do it. Great, so I say I need something, and I'm just gonna go find it? Okay, well, my first few attempts at trying to find it were structure hopping. Mostly castles in the sky that serve no purpose other than to give me starter gear, or just ores. Okay, well, one of them was actually pretty cool. I had to make an emergency landing on the top of it and found pretty boring stuff, until I noticed the flagpole in the middle being awfully thick. I'm too smart. Give me that diamond block. Further on, I kept looking through structures and flying overhead island after island, kinda forgetting that rice grows in shallow riverbeds. Thus, I stuck to overhead flight for a while. Well, of course, until I fell out of the sky. No fuel? What do you mean, no fuel? Oh, shoot, I forgot this thing needed fuel. I haven't filled it in a long time. Okay, we need coal. Okay, we're gonna float down here and find coal, I guess. Thank goodness for fortune, because I was able to refuel pretty quickly and get back at it. Finally finding rice in a small river that spans nearly its entire island. 4. Wasn't many, but it's just what I needed to get started. Back at base, I planted my rice in the infinite water source, because I have, like, nowhere else to put it. Although I will say, I get more when I chop whole chickens into cutlets, which gives me bone meal, so I guess profit? Chicken sandwiches. Nice. Okay, 16. I'm down for that. Another meal added to the chamber, along with this noodle soup. We're doing pretty good on food here. I mean, I've got a nice selection going. We got sandwiches, we got pasta, we got soup. I'm loving it. I did not mean to McDonald's that, but at the end of my day, I figured, why not make the 6th farm? I extended out the edge, dug it all down by 1 block, filled it in with water, and will now have to wait 30 years for enough rice to fill it in. Day 53, I thought since we were doing so much island work, why not add on to the load? I've used the plane so much, it needs a runway. First things first, I had to get rid of all of this dirt. It's aggravating me. Why is it here? With it now demolished, we have a straight shot off the island. But what to put here? To start, I'm thinking gravel, mostly because it will look good with cobblestone, stone, and moss, or whatever else I find and use. But that meant leaving the island and heading out to grab up a bunch. And since I got extra, why not throw it into a mix with dirt to make coarse dirt? Keyword extra there, because I don't run out. Then came placing it all, very wildly at that, because we wanted to look run down, not used too much, and most of all, as detailed as possible. The next block was gravel, which, yeah, I ran out of immediately. Thankfully, these aren't the only 2 blocks we're using, so it's fine. Mossy cobble was then added to the sides where I eventually want grass to grow back in, and since it looks really good, moss accompanied it. However, I will say, even after adding in cobble for the last bit of detail, I was still missing more gravel, which meant the morning of the next day, I had to go out and get some to actually finish my project. Okay, I like it. There's grass that still needs to turn into grass, which gives it these little indents here, where I put some moss and some mossy cobble. I think I like that a lot. Once those indents are in, it's gonna look a little bit better. Now, I do want to add in some sort of fencing, or maybe like a wall or something to separate it out and maybe give it that life. It's perfect right now because the airplane literally fits this exact dimension. I just don't know what wall I should use or fence design. While I pondered the subject, I did a little farming, which led to this idea. I took all of our moss, cobble, and stone type blocks, made them into slabs, stairs, walls, you name it, and just placed it at random. I mean, okay, the walls had some design. They had a shape that they had to fulfill, but it was still just random on which block I would be placing at the time. I did this the length of the runway, and after finishing up with the last small wall, the final touch was to add flowers and light along the way. That way, when I'm coming in, air traffic control is telling me I've got the cleared for landing. Oh, and of course, leaves. You can't forget about leaves. Actually, since we're here, what is your favorite leaves? I mean, I know I love spruce a lot, but I have to say oak just has something about it. Especially since I love to build in the forest biome, where the grass matches the oak green. That one's gotta be my favorite. Now this is a runway. A little overgrown, but it's also properly decorated. And the carpets in the ground allow for light with torches under them, and it doesn't make the plane suck any less when it takes off. Like it doesn't get clipped or anything by that single pixel carpet. Then you can come into it. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Mach speed, baby. And it's, look at that. Dude, it's so clean. It's so easy. Oh, I love it so much. This is awesome. This is the best runway ever. Day 56. With the runway DLC added to the island, there was no way I'm not going to take it out for a spin. We set off in search of adventure. Home took up a lot of our time recently, and so we're structure hopping for the next couple days. What in the volcano is this? Whoa. This looks crazy. Is there actually like loot here, or is this like a biome island? Dude, let's check this place out. This looks so cool. We've got crying obsidian and obsidian. We've got all sorts of blue different blocks, black different blocks. Like, this is so cool. Fortunately, there's no chests or any lava person living here. I mean, there could be someone. Be like a big old lava snake or something. Me after Taco Bell. Lava snake. All right, what do we got in here? Is it just volcano? It feels like there could be, like there could have been something here. This could have actually been a structure, but it's not. Wait, there's a ladder. Oh my goodness, wait. Ooh, okay, we got a little dungeon, we got a little skeleton, we got a little zombie. Little dungeon down here. What? All of that for nothing? Oh, it's a maze. It's got to be a maze in here. We got to find the right way, maybe. Maybe there's treasure a certain way. Ooh, diamond gloves. Diamond, like, boxing gloves. And mending iron boots with Prot 4. We could probably just turn our boots into Prot 4 because of that. But these, I wish I could put these on. They're supposed to be on your hands. And I don't... Like, this is my hand slot, but it doesn't work for some reason. Maybe it's these hands? Oh, there we go. There's different slot. Okay. We got these on. Wait, so we're doubled up. So we got the diamond gloves that add a 0.75 attack damage, and I'm pretty sure you might be able to enchant these. But then we also have the power gloves, which add 4 attack damage. So we're punching people, man. Is there any more loot? This place is kind of cool. We go through here, maybe, and then there's more, and then there's, ooh, okay, be careful. Be careful. We gotta get rid of these first. Gotta be careful what I touch, because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like something is a trapped item. All right, I just feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. There's gotta be a trapped item in here somewhere. I don't know what it's gonna be. All right, this one first. Bang. Ooh, diamond helmets with an efficiency 4 iron pickaxe. Okay, we got some more goodies over here too. Very nice, very nice. Dang, all right. I will happily take that stuff. What the heck? That's so cool. Thank you, Mr. Volcano, for providing me some very great loot. To be honest, I didn't expect you to have a ladder that led somewhere, but I'm glad I checked. With other structures, though, I wasn't too lucky, barely finding any loot or just kind of plain boring towers. That was until we flew up on the weirdest loaded structure of all time. What in the heck happened over yonder? Okay, something clearly didn't load in correctly over here. Goes all the way down. The Sunbird! Hold on, there's a boss over here? Yo, what? Okay. Alright. I may need to come back for that. Unless I run the smoke now. Could I run the smoke on the Sunbird right now at nighttime? No, not at nighttime. No. If I'm gonna fight the Sunbird, it's gonna be daytime. You know what? I need a bow. I think with the current gear that I have, if I got a bow, I would be completely fine facing a Sunbird. So, that's a hint of what we're doing tomorrow. Right away, I went to the Fletchers for help, thinking that bows would also have the tiered Z system. I was wrong, but that does mean it should be easier to get a good bow. And looking at the possible level 30 enchants, we might even have one far cooler than just vanilla. First, I had to work my way up with stick trades, then do a couple level 30s, which were awesome at the time, all in order to get a ruthless anti-grav bow. But we aren't done. With more leveling, I later combined it with a power 3 and quick pull to make it twice as fast, like a crossbow basically. I would have loved power 5, but at that point it's overkill. On the flip side, I made some golden apples and a reinforced shield. Kinda crazy the shield has tiers, but the bow doesn't. Anyway, with the rest of my day, I made some more meals. Easy ones to eat on the go, that don't give me like 20 hunger and take days to make. Instead, we're doing mostly simplistic stuff like a barbecued skewer. And on day 60, we set off back in the sky towards the Sunbird, ready to take him on in his own element. Okay, there it is. That's where the Sunbird resides. He's somewhere down here. I don't know where exactly, but that's okay. We're gonna land ho. Land ho. We're gonna take him on. Oh, I already see whatever the heck that thing is. I kill it? Ugh. I can learn to bow. Oh, what the heck happened to him? Oh, that's right, anti-gravity. He died. He floated up and died. Okay, good. One bow shot killed that guy? Oh, I'm so down for that. Tell you what. Okay, kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Maybe? Wow, that is working. Okay. All right, where's the Sunbird at? I got him now. There he is. I see him. Bang. Sunbird, bang. Sunbird. Bang. Oh. Bang. Yup. What are you gonna do? Oh, you're so weak. You suck. This bow is insane. Oh, beam of light in my eyeballs. Oh, I'm making him fly. Of course I'm making him fly and it's hurting. Oh, goodness. Eat the barbecue. Eat the barbecue. Get yourself out of fire. Who is that guy? Kill this thing. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. I don't care if it hurts. Nice. All right, I think I took a heart of damage that entire time. You suck, nerd. Ah, but we got the mask. So this thing never breaks. Equipped when then right-click while holding another mask to summon minions. So basically, you can get masks from the minions that I killed, I think. And then that's a specific type of minion you can summon in later. I did a bit of collecting and testing. All of that is true, but it's probably not worth this late into the game. If I were to face something earlier on in the video with this stuff, they would have helped out a lot more. Although cool, I won't be using them. Air traffic control. Clear for what am I doing? I'm landing. Clear for landing? Probably clear. Okay, we made it. I almost hit one of the walls. That would have been bad. Well, we beat the boss. I mean, I think it was successful. I think these are going to be really funny to use in battle at some point. I don't know how great they really are, but it's fun. Day 61, I was back on my cooking arc. Mostly because Frank the Farmer's trades reset. That way, I can have bread for myself, which is part of the next item's recipe. Okay, my meat is cooked. My onions and cabbages are right here. I think it's a simple craft, so we just do this right here, and bang, mutton wraps have been added to the catalog of food. I'll put that under the, actually, what catalog do we have? So we've got noodle soup, we've got pasta, we've got sandwiches. I'll put the wrap under the sandwiches. The kebab sort of thing, I don't really know where I'm gonna put that, but that's its own separate thing. What else can we make? Can we do a stuffed potato? I am not getting milk over and over again. What about dumplings? Basically any raw meat with cabbage and onion. Okay, wait, actually, how much stuff do we have? Sorry, I'm on my cooking arc. I really enjoy this. I love Farmer's Delight stuff. I would literally, like, if I could have villagers that would come in and make or open a restaurant and they'd come in, sit down and order, man, I would do that. Someone please make that mod pack, but in the meantime, I'll just keep farming up more crops. This time, I'm doing true spaghetti and meatballs, none of that mutton stuff. But while that cooks, I learned that cabbage wraps can be made with virtually anything, even like carrots. So yeah, add that to the stored food mix. So if we were to just do these two things together, then we could get cabbage rolls? What? Okay, new item, awesome. Anyway, we got more pasta. We got spaghetti and meatball. Pasta and meatballs, very cool. And then now we're getting cabbage rolls, which is just a whole nother thing to add to the wrap/sandwich item. As for doing other foods, I really need the rice to grow in for that. Apparently, it's super useful in every recipe ever. To remedy that issue, the Nether is where I'm off to. It's a gathering mission with a double-edged sword, because I've also run out of spruce, so bone meal is in desperate demand. Right away, even with Frank the Tank by my side, I could tell it would be impossible to find any more bone blocks naturally spawning. I really need to start removing the better end mod from mod packs when I see it. Thankfully, there is a fix that I can do right now. Nice. Oh, a bastion. Okay. That could be used for something. I still really just kind of want bone blocks, though. Maybe those bastions will have bone blocks as loot. Oh, is it a treasure bastion, too? Oh, it's actually a good one. Okay. Alright, alright. I see the game here. I see the game we're playing here. Okay. Yo, what up, dog? Wow, I'm insanely strong, huh? Golden gloves, magma cream, extended sword. Okay. That's actually really good. Let's see, we got slows down your fall. I mean, okay. Another, oh, there we go. We actually did get bone blocks. Very nice. Okay. Then we come in here. Let's see what we got. Okay. Where was the chest at? I swear I saw one. Was I wrong? There it is. Okay, we got more bone blocks. See, that's why I like these chests, because there's a chance for them to give me, like, the weird stuff, which is bone blocks. Okay, let me break this spawner. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Ew! He slimed all over me! Gross. Can I wash it off? Oh, water doesn't work here. That was awful. That was truly, truly awful. Okay, we got the diamond knife, some diamond armor. What the heck are these? Okay, got a little bit of this. We got the belt item, the honey. No, I always call it honey. The antidote bottle, which reduces the duration of negative effects. So that's pretty good. Maybe the goober on my screen was a negative effect that I could have rendered useless with this honey bottle. On my hunt for more bastions, I did run into a necessary problem. Well, we found the Nether Fortress, which is, I mean, probably we should stop at though, right? Because like, I don't want to have to come back here, but I don't have looting. But I don't have to come back here, but I don't have looting. All right, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna stop and grind the blazes. It's a super mundane task, but since I know I'll end up going for the dragon anyway, we may as well do it now. I'm down for another treasure bastion. Free gold, free possible netherite, possible artifacts too. Yes, more bone blocks, that's what we need. www. Charm fragment. Okay, all right. If the mosquitoes can actually give me something good, I'll keep it. Ooh, Ancient Deborah. You know what? I forgive you now. Another feather falling one. Okay, more bone blocks. Battle sign with lacerate, overcast, bonking, knockback, and blocking. Yeah, okay. That makes perfect sense. Yo, he's got the sign. He's got the blocking sign. Oh, rip the guy with the sign, bro. Ooh, what is that? Is it a spawn egg? I have a piglin brute spawn egg. Okay, if I can't, in case I want one as a pet or something. Sure. Let me do that real quick. Okay, iron blocks, steel plate leggings, diamond chest plate, another knife, netherite ingot, the scroll of mercy that I can't use, W, and then multiple diamonds, more netherite stuff. I don't need these. Don't need this. Where's movement speed after taking damage? Trinket allows the mover to move freely and breathe in the water. Okay, that's actually goated. I could totally use that now that I think about it. You know what? So far, this trip's been pretty good. I think I should head back. There was only about one issue with that. Okay, well, two. One is that I'm lost. I had no idea how to return home. The second being, I ran out of fuel again. Well, gang, I ran out of fuel. My plane is completely empty. I have no fuel anymore. So that's great. I don't think there's any fuel in the nether either. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh my goodness! The random lava I picked up. Let's go. We made it back to the overworld safely at the cost of a lesson. Whenever I break the plane, it loses the fuel inside, so I need to be careful with the amount I'm putting in the plane. Back at base, I had a lot of organization to do. We had magic spells that I can't imagine I'll use, ores, artifacts, armor, but the best of all, those bone blocks. I was finally able to grow almost the rest of the rice field. That way, all future cooking projects can be saved. It's time we make diamond armor. We got 3/4 of the set. I mean, it's not a good set. Like common, dented, and common is not the best. But we can do some villager trades with the spruce that we have. That's right. That's why I went and got bone blocks. Never mind. I totally know what I'm doing. I remember. I didn't go to sleep between sessions or anything like that. I definitely don't. I record all of this at the same time. Don't even worry about it. Anyway, let's go back to spruce. My time spent on the spruce was long. I wouldn't leave until I completely ran out of bone meal. Can't say that I didn't enjoy my time though. Which is good though, because when I got back to base, I had half a backpack full of spruce for the villagers, who were of course eager to trade, and maybe too eager about another thing that they did while I was gone. Why are there so many kids? I can't even keep track of it. Where's my noises? Turn them down. Friendly creatures go down. Oh my goodness, dude. There's so many freaking kids in here. I fed them too much bread. Although annoying that I have to hear so many hmms, I can finally make a blacksmith and start on diamond gear. It's a fairly expensive venture, not only trading the blacksmiths up to master, but also the process of buying the individual armor. Okay, let's see what we got here. So out of the diamond armor I was able to trade for, ooh, we got an epic diamond helmet, W. Epic is a lot better than I think in my, like, the regular tiered Z for fabric. So I actually am totally fine getting Epic. I haven't even seen Legendary yet, but everything else kind of sucks. I guess we'll just... I kind of like that that has Unbreaking on it, and that's already got Prot 2. I feel like we can just use these two helmets to make an Unbreaking 3, Prot 3 helmet. Wait, can we? Yeah, we actually can, because this is the one with the protection. W. Okay, the helmet's done. Let's see about the chest plate. Can we combine these up and maybe get a good... Oh, my word, we can! W. And I guess Curse of Bones is really cool, so I'm going to keep that. I was going to throw it out, but let's see about this. Rare. Rare is actually insanely good, too. Well, okay, all right. The diamond armor's sorting itself out. Maybe other than the boots? Something decent, something decent, something decent. Yes! Holy cow, in one day we got our diamond armor sorted out. That's insane. We have 3 epics and a rare. That is so good for us. First order of business was to max out the helmet, which cost a little bit of levels, so I was back to more trading. Being in the villager breeder only reinforced the idea that I need a central hall for them. It's so cramped in here. It'd be best to move them. So construction began on Hobbit Hole version 2. To start, the entrance has to be small, much smaller than that of our home. I'll heavily be relying on dirt to make this place, but in the midst of completing that task, I realized if I only used dirt, I wouldn't be able to outline the inside of our trader properly. I instead switched over to the little birch that I had to sort of outline the interior. It at least gave me an idea of how much dirt I should be placing, not only for the floor, but all of the sides we have to fill in later. With that, the shape of the Hobbit Hole came together nicely. But now that it's here, I really gotta finish the inside, mostly because it's still dirt and just spruce. For one, the floor has to be changed out. I'm thinking we do stone or something like that, just some nice different coloring in here, and I still have to get some more birch wood from somewhere. I am growing a little bit over there, and it's slightly growing. You know, we may be able to pull this off today. I have no idea, but we'll figure that out as we go. As I said before, I turned the floor into stone. Well, a mix of stone and cobble. Next, I chopped the few birch I had down and finished the interior walls, taking care to add in minor details like planks into the design. The roof also needed some kind of bare bones design, so I used slab stairs and trapdoors to arch the roof in front of the door and across from it, as well as cutting out a little piece of the middle to up the slab count. That's a weird way to say indented. Actually, I don't think it's a way to say indented at all. I think I just messed up. We're gonna leave it in. Now for the villagers. I made stalls for librarians, fletchers, or whatever else I could fit in here. But then came the tedious process of actually bringing them all the way over here. It's better than them having to find their jobs, but I still didn't like it. Finally, everyone's in here. Good. Now, I do need to check how many extras we have, because either I'm gonna breed them or I'm gonna put them in with the rest of those guys. I want to leave 4 inside, so everyone on this side can come with me. This is going to take a moment. 'Twas worth it, though, as the next day I traded away 14 stacks of spruce to all of my fletchers. Alright, that was pretty successful. 3.5 stacks worth of emeralds, and I'm level 31. That was also, what, 14 stacks of wood I just lost? I mean, it's not a loss. I'm trading wood for literal gems and XP, but still, it felt kind of bad. Either way, I can do a level 30 now on... Actually, I don't even need to do level 30s anymore because I can just buy the books. But, like, they're kind of fun. This one is done. This is done. These... I need a level 30 on this. And I would like Prot 4, like that, with Unbreaking. Okay, the goated enchant. Now, hold on. How much would it be to combine these two? 20. Dude, why is it so much to combine stuff? That's insane. Because I have a plan that involves getting even more levels than what we currently get. Alchemists. These bad boys are sure to trade me great things. Once I achieved level 30 with them, it was time for some enchants. Now we take the pants. Unbreaking. No, I'm not gonna stop until I get Prot 4, because this only wastes lapis, so that's fine. Prot 4, Unbreaking, Tombstone. Dude, goated enchant. All right, one more. We need 30 levels again, and then we can start combining stuff up, and then we'll be able to wear the diamond. Okay, show me Prot 4. Show me Prot 4. There we go. Nice. Dude, we keep getting the Unbreaking, too. Now, do we want Feather Falling 3? Because this is kind of really expensive. I feel like we could just get the book and it would be better. So I'm going to yuck those out. I'm not going to waste the levels on those. So that's done. That's done. I just need to combine these two, I guess. Like this. And then I think it's done. We're changing sets finally. Oh my word, we have a yellow bar now for health? Wait, look. Look at that. Orange, yellow. We're on to our third row of HP because of this gear. That is insane. I love my iron gear, but like, dude. Oh, wait. We should display it. Okay, because I do love my iron gear. Let's display it real fast. Let's give it some love. Okay, how do I do this? Nope. How do I do this? Dude, how do you do this? How do you make an armor stand? Is it not even this? Have I been doing it wrong? Armor stand. I've been using the wrong thing. No wonder I couldn't figure out the recipe, because I was using the wrong recipe. The stick part is the hardest for me to understand, but like, all right, now I got it. So it's this. I knew it was that, dude. I was just so confused. Okay, then we'll put it right next to our other stuff. So bang the helmet, chest plate, leggings, boots. Epic, rare, epic, and unchained. That is our iron set of gear. I love that set, but this set is clean. I was missing Feather Falling though, so I spent the rest of the night trading with the Franks, all in order to get these boots and finalize the set. Okay, well, we do still need mending. That will have to wait though, because on day 75 I came up with a great plan while harvesting all of the crops. If I had looting, I could kill animals and get way more meat. It'd solve all of my food problems. Not that I'm having any. Like, I want to make a sword now, okay? Like, I don't really have anything else I need to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a sword. I like swords. I haven't made a sword yet. I got a common sword. We don't want that sword. We got this one. The extended sword is good, technically, kind of, but it's not the same as like an epic sword. Okay, all right. Can we stop getting the extended sword or the common sword? I'm gonna make 16 swords. I don't care. Berserker sword. That's interesting. Okay, so of the 4 swords that we have access to, there's the Berserker, which I'm kind of leaning towards. It is slower, but I'm already used to that because I've been using an axe the whole video. The critical diamond sword is interesting, except I do want damage. Crits are good, but I don't know. The extended sword I don't care about. The dull sword, obviously, I don't care about, so I'm just gonna run these up and okay, cool, whatever. We have an extra extended diamond sword. Moving on with this plan required much more trading. Enough to get me up to level 39, as a matter of fact. That way, I could start mass level 30 enchanting. My luck was fairly rotten at the start, but some enchants really intrigued me. I also may have completely forgotten about the looting at the time. It wasn't until I had to make a weaponsmith that we ran into the main issue. I lacked diamonds, so I wasted many emeralds in order to get to the point of buying them for the level 30 enchants, which gave me 4 swords that I wish to turn into 1. Okay, I do want that, so 12 is good. 30 or 22. Okay, so I need to run 22 levels. That's not that bad. Hold on, maybe I can do that now. Okay, so we run 22. And 53! Bruh, I didn't even get loading! I spent this whole time for what? I gotta go kill a dragon. There's no way I get 53. I have to. I have to go freaking murder a dragon. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let's go do that. Let's go. You know, at this stage in the game, what do I expect? Luck is not on my side. But my preparedness allowed me to make the Eyes of Ender almost immediately, thanks to the Alchemist Franks and my previous blaze grinding. And also, since we fought the Sun God earlier, I already had a bow, plus with Frank the Tank, I won't need blocks if I head out for the Elytra, so the split decision to go beat the game was about at the right time. I will say, the plane, or Frank, made it super easy finding the stronghold. It was in the water though, and not floating, which I thought would have been cool. Guess I'll settle for the old ways. Oh! Ooh, clean! Alright, we're here. That was much easier than having to look through this thing, tell you what. I did kind of want to look through here, though, because it normally has... I'm not doing that anymore. No way do I care. Let's do this. I don't need any of those. I just need to put these in. Don't need whatever that is. There we go. 3, 3, 3, bang. What the heck? Why'd my screen shake? Don't matter, I'm going in. It may look a little different than normal, but we all know how... It may look a little different than normal, but we all know how this goes. Once she is summoned into the mortal plane along with all of her crystals, I get to breaking them. As for her, I didn't have my sword yet, but my power gauntlet, axe, and bow made quick work of the Queen of the End. Is this Aura? I sure hope so. Yeah, that was hard. Okay. Anyway, give me that XP. That's what I wanted the whole time. Did I get any, like, anything cool from that? Did the dragon drop anything? No? Fantastic news. Just give me the levels then. Oh, we got a dragon scale. Dragon, I can spell it. Scale. What can we do with this? Weird BS I don't care about. Nice. Okay, the real reason we're here, the outer end. Well, okay, the real reason is I have enough levels now. The other real reason is that bad boy right there, the outer end. I'm gonna go get an Elytra. I guess I don't really need it. I have the plane. I've loved the plane the whole time. But I honestly think the real reason I'm gonna get the Elytra, for one, is it's a little bit easier to travel the world and, like, it's faster. But it's also easier to get back up from the water area. I can't plane down there, so it's like, I can't go on mining trips, and I really do need to go on a mining trip because I lack every resource possible. Thankfully, the outer end is about to remedy that. First, I found a ship. Not the correct one, but a ship nonetheless. On it was a bunch of random loot, and the worst creatures to ever exist or be added to the game. Okay, never mind. It had both the worst creatures ever added to the game, Vexes and Phantoms. Inside, I found an obscene amount of gear, more than any end city would offer, plus mineable ores just chilling about. I have no idea why this Davy Jones looking ship in the sky was doing all this stuff, but I'll take it. Further on my flight, I would find end cities, but not one that had a ship. Like at all, ever. I don't know why I couldn't, they just didn't exist. Instead, in my boredom, I spotted a really peculiar structure. Okay, now that's not an end city, but it looks interesting. It's the first time I've seen that. To be fair, I haven't seen an end city in quite a while, so I'm pretty bored. Show me the money. Honestly, if there were an Elytra in here, I would be very, very happy. What the heck am I looking at? Hello? 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 There's a bunch of iron here? There's beacons in every corner? Well, give me that then. I didn't think it would be beacons with iron. Okay. Well, I don't even have to fight the Wither. Is it everywhere? Dude, what the frick is even this? This may be my, like, most insane find in the entire video just because of how expensive all four corners of this thing are. Anything here? Is there something up there? No? It's just where you enter? And then you find weird place with a wolf spawn egg? What am I even looking at? Alright, let me back here. I finished stealing the rest of the iron, cause profit, and was back on my hunt. This time, locating the proper ship. But that was no timely adventure. Does that one have a ship? Oh, wait. It does! Okay, nice. Oh, finally. Dude, there's actually so much loot in this one, but I've kind of looted out. I mean, other than natural diamonds, I've gotten so much that I don't really need to loot here. I'm just gonna go for the ship. Yo, what up, ship? Glad I finally got to meet you, because I genuinely can't believe I haven't seen you yet. Wait. Okay, the Elytra's in a chest for some reason? Okay. Do we have a belt slot already? Oh, reduces the duration of negative effects. Oh, we do have that. All right, there we go. We got the Elytra. There's no rarity on this. That's very interesting. I'm glad about that because I don't have to hunt other Elytra. We only need the one. Let's get going. I am so out of here. Normally, I'm used to getting stuck in the end because I target the legendary Elytra. But this time, the game just said, heck you, and gatekeeped the normal one that it had. However, finally back home, I'm able to sort all of my winnings. Many ores, old spawn eggs, and of course, more bone blocks for some reason. After pondering my current gear and finally making my 53 level sword, I noticed it still didn't have 2 major enchants, alongside that of my Elytra being completely bald. So I needed the Librarian Frank's help. Yo, what up guys? Do I have an Unbreaking guy or a looting guy? I actually need one of the two. I know what the Unbreaking book looks like. What's the looting book? Let's look at the C. Okay, that's looting. So we're looking for a red plus sign book or a yellow with a hammer on it. Okay, this could take a long time clicking. It didn't though. For once, luck was on my side and I got Unbreaking, followed quickly by looting. Okay, looting 3. There we go. Bang. That was so much easier than I thought. Now, I have a slight feeling if I try and put this on my sword, which also still doesn't even have mending on it, by the way. Oh, I need to buy mending books. I think I'm going to get absolutely shafted. Like, I don't think it's going to be possible to put mending or looting on my sword, but we can attempt it, I guess. Let's see, let's get some more emeralds from these guys. Yo, what up, boys? Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see. How much is all this going to cost? So Unbreaking and Unbreaking is 3 levels. I need to put mending and Unbreaking together, which is 6 levels. I need to then put that on an Elytra, which is 13 levels. And I also need to try and put looting on this sword, which is 18 levels. But what if I put mending with the looting book? How much is that going to be? Hold on. That's 2 levels. And then we put these together. So 20. I need 20 levels to make a Sharpness 5, Unbreaking 3, Fire Respect 2, Sanctified 4, Knockback 2, Severing 3, Tombstone Soulbound, Looting 3, Mending, Berserk Diamond Sword. Okay, I'll tell you what. If we can get there, I'm making that netherite. I don't care. That is the coolest. This will be the coolest thing I've ever owned ever. To achieve that, I need more villagers. Further filling in the trading hall and getting myself back up to those levels any way I can. Even feeding the animals again after a mere 50 plus days of not doing it. Yet all my effort was in vain. Cause it was night and no villager fancied me. I did remember in a pack I played a long time ago I could get XP from farming, but this pack sadly didn't have that feature. So instead opted to fill my night with that of the sweet aroma of fried rice. In-game, of course. I did the Farmer's Delight stuff again. Is this gonna make fried rice? Please make fried rice. Yes! Fried frickin' rice, baby! Let me have a taste, Oh! Wow, that does a lot of hunger. That does so much hunger. That's insane. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be making that for the next few days. Fried rice is the goat. As you can tell, I like Asian food. Anyway, starting off the next day, I made the realization that I'm out of spruce. We can't have that now, can we? So I was once again at Spruce Isle gathering multiple stacks of bone meal's worth. That way, when I returned home, no villager could turn down my love, effortlessly gathering all of the materials I needed for my sword. Anyway, the main event, boom, boom, wait no, boom, 20 levels, bang, the best sword in the game, completed, and the Elytra done. Awesome, I don't need that. Now I can switch between Elytra and chestplate. Lit. I really want to test this sword out, not gonna lie. Wait, can I make fireworks at all? Okay, I definitely can. Let's go see the world real fast. Is there a mutant something I can fight? I want to fight something. I want to fight a zombie one-on-one. I want to fight a mutant zombie one-on-one. Take him out. Take him Pound Town. I still don't see any mutant creatures, which is weird because whenever I'm at my house, they're everywhere. Let's run that fade. Come here, buddy. Come here. One-on-one. Sword fight. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, you and that powdered snow. How do you feel about that, huh? Ooh, okay, he does fall damage abilities. All right, he doesn't hit very hard, though. I'll tell you what. Did I kill him first try? Oh, my word, he didn't have to die, like, multiple times. He'd just be dead now. I guess now I'm to the point that nothing in this world could beat me. I am the ultimate floating island man. or better yet, floating castaway. However, there is still one structure that had a slight chance of rivaling me. But first, I had a job to do on my island. Day 91 was beautification day. I've left this place pretty bare bones for a while now, so we'll start with a path. One that stretched all the way from the breeder to the trader, and even made a little detour through the farms. I'm still unsure to this day if the stylistic choice to run a one-block path through the farmland was a good idea or a bad one. Didn't matter, because after the paths were done, it was bone meal time. I feel like I've said bone meal more than anything else in this video. It's probably the superstar of the video, actually. You know what would be an interesting concept? At the end of the video, I could like look back and give a summary of the item or creature or structure that I felt best provided the most progress in my 100 days. Obviously, this time it's going to be bone meal, because look what it did to the island. It looks amazing. Okay, how does it... Wow, the bone meal makes it look so much better. Like, what the heck? It actually looks like a Hobbit sort of town. Okay, I'm thinking 3, maybe 2 towers, maybe like one on that side, one right there, for, I don't know, kind of like an archery build, I guess. We have a really good bow, and we've sort of been defending the island because of this bridge right here from all of these whack jobs. Anyway, but I think it would be kind of cool to have some sort of archer stations around our little city here, our floating city in the sky. And then the last thing I want to do is maybe do a couple villager stalls, like maybe one right there in between those 2 buildings. Maybe like 1 or 2 right here. We could probably fit 3 here, maybe, just like a little town center. And then I might just run this path real quick, just because this makes sense to me, like that, so I can get onto the track here. I really don't know how the plane turns around other than me just getting in it and going wee. There's not really a way for me to do that other than this. So I guess this is 100% the end of our runway. But I like it. I think it's good. Day 92 starts with villager trade, so I can get mending books to put on my armor. The reason behind the mass mending was because I, on these next couple of days, planned to locate and fly to the castle at the end of the game, a structure so overpowered it stated the tree inside created all of the land floating around us. Okay, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself, and I also made all that stuff up. But there was one priority left before liftoff, maxing myself. Last piece, and bang, full mending gear. Okay, the last thing I want to do to upgrade my deer? You guys are my deer. Last thing I gotta do to upgrade my gear is... Where do I keep this stuff? Netherite, here we go. All of these items right here. So what do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items, or 32 netherite ingots. That's not correct. 32 ancient debris. I swear I function as a normal adult in society. Anyway, what that means is I gotta go to the nether, and I gotta do some mining. It's, you know what, it can't be helped. I need netherite because I have one final place to go in this game, and it is a doozy, probably. I don't really actually know if it's called the castle at the end of the game, or at least that's what I've heard, and I need to go there. That is a terrible place for that. As I stand, I can only make one piece of gear netherite. Now, I tend to over-prepare for stuff like this, but who's gonna stop me? In the nether, I got to mining for the missing pieces of ancient Deborah. You know, I've been saying that for years now, and it's only just clocked that I could be talking about a really old woman named Deborah. Hope she's doing all right. Oh, there we go. There's our first piece. At least while we're down here. Now we have 3, but that's... Wow. That is gonna take me a while. I've already been down here for like 5 minutes. 5 minutes per piece. I need 32 pieces. I already have 3. That's 29. 5 times 29 is equal to 145 minutes, which is 2.5 hours. Oh no. I will say it didn't take me that long. Even with that quick math, I was pretty inaccurate. Sure, it wasn't a fun grind finding all of it, but pretty much everything else in this game is, so who cares? With 33 Deborahs to my name, I returned home, only to realize that I am slightly out of diamonds, the main ingredient in the upgrade templates, which I don't have enough of. Thus, the island's diving board is where I head because the ocean below is exactly what I need. Oh my word, oh my word! Wait, what? This was the vein we needed. That's Surely that's enough, right? Hold on. We already have 5. We only need 8. That's 3 more. 3 times 7 is 12. We have enough. It took 2 veins. Oh, I love the ocean. I've been scared of it the whole time. Well, mostly because I was under geared, flying in the sky, and there are sharks down here. But no longer am I scared. There's all the ingots we need. We got more than we needed, of course. I can't count, I swear. Here we go. Tools. Get the tools done. Get the tools done. Nice. The tools are done. Then we need our armor, which is helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots, baby. There's all of them. Oh, wait. I want to put it on. Make sure it's on. Nice. Flex my extra. There we go. It's on. Flex my netherite ingot. And now we're chilling. We're maxed out. Let's go. You know what that means, though? The next day will be our greatest adventure yet. I stocked up on fuel because I just have to get really lucky to find this structure, and I started my flight with the Elytra. Mainly because it's a lot faster, and I only have 40 fireworks, so we're going to use them all to get as far as possible before we got to use Frank the Tank. Which ended up happening because, of course, it did. Is this it? What is this? Is this... Is this the castle in the sky? It's the castle in the sky! Oh, we made it! Okay, it's been a while. I did end up having to use old Bessie, old plain gal. You need to conquer the castle. I haven't done anything yet. I don't even know what that means. Need to conquer the castle. Oh, no. I can't. All right, I was right. I can't break blocks here. Oh, okay. It's just a wither rose. All right, we're fine. What do you mean I need to conquer? I just got here, dude. Let's take a gander around. Let's check this place out. So, from what I can... Is that a netherite block? Is there just a netherite block in here? Oh, wait, I can't break if I tried, can I? Shoot. So that... Oh. Oh, my word, there's just an elytra with... Okay, all right, this is confusing. This loot is already insane, but let's keep going here. I wanted to give you a quick show of the place. From what you could tell, though, there's a giant tree that this castle was built on. I'm assuming that it's like, we're trying to, I don't know, protect it? Chop it down? Kill the people inside? I don't really know. I don't even know how to get inside yet, but either way, that's what this is all based on. Why are there beacons and a diamond block is the... Guys, I told you this was overpowered. And I was very right. There's just conduits, emerald blocks, and so many elytras. Even with this loot, I was further shocked. The castle at the end of the game had much more in store for us. Like way more. Like, keep watching, please. Oh, pufferfish, please stop it. Please let me... Oh, what is this? What is this chest? Hold on, let me get out of here before I poison myself to... Well, not death, but... Dude, there's a netherite epic, there's common netherite gear. There's just an entire netherite set with this pickaxe in there? What is even life? What is this loot? I couldn't take the top side anymore. If I was gonna stop being shocked, I'd have to find my way into the tree, which I located at the start of this yellow door. Along with it, keys to guide my way through the maze that existed below. Inside the starting room, I found various odds and ends, as well as another yellow key to start my way. If the game is telling me that I'm going in there in desperate need of potions, then I'm gonna brew stuff, because that's a little freaky. After brewing extended strength, we walked our way out into the maze. Never before had I been more unsure of my gear going into a place. But right away, I could tell my main goal while inside was to just find more keys. I was told that they can drop from mobs or be found in chests/barrels along the way, so every turn, I attempted to find even more. Is there a barrel there? Is there a barrel up here? Oh, there is! Oh, there we go, there's the keys! Okay, all right, we made it through. Which way do we want to go? So this is a locked room, but there does seem to be specific mobs in here that, like, these could give us more keys. Oh, here's some more what is this chest? Oh my, I don't even have the ability to think about this. What is happening in this chest? Hold on, let me put that stuff in my backpack. There's totems, there's god apples, there's just netherite stars for fun. And then I get to keep this shulker box, which I'm assuming I can't put in my backpack. I can put shulker boxes in my backpack. That's insane. Okay, well, there's a red door right here. This is one of the first ones I've seen. And there's an up arrow? Wait, what? Well, there's a lever. Oh, bones. I gotta grow this, don't I? Hello? Oh, I can't. Bone meal doesn't allow me to grow this, which means how would I possibly be able to hit that? Okay, how do I get up there? I have to be able to get up there. Probably, right? I can do this. Oh, I did it! Oh, what opened? What opened? I heard something. Oh, right here. Yo, what the heck am I looking at right now? Oh, it's enclosed. Oh. Yo, what up? We got, this? Which does absolutely nothing. Oh, these have to be, hold on. Bang, bang, and then this opens, and then, oh! Oh my word, that's a chest. That's one of the chests of all time. Okay. All right. We got dragon heads, netherite, enchanted golden apples, and then zombie villager spawn eggs. That is quite insane if I do say so myself. Turns out to up my riches in here, I'll have to pass through many different puzzles. Puzzles my brain was not ready for. Okay, wait, if I drop down, I don't think I can get back up. Was there another door? There was. Hold on. Let's fully explore before we go anywhere I don't think I can return from. Dirt? Nothing. A comparator. So I have to be able to push this, which means I have to light this. I don't know how comparators work, by the way. I want that to be known. Oh! Ho ho! I figured it out! Okay, you just need to put something in the empty barrel. And anyway, I got 4 beacons, 32 sponges, and more emerald blocks with more keys. That's insane. I love that. Let's keep it going, I guess. Okay. Maybe we have a new puzzle. Oh, okay. Oh, just a secret chest full of goodies. This is exactly why I wanted to come here, because this stuff, I wouldn't be able to use it at the end of the video. It would seem dumb to not be able to have it right now, you know? Now, I will give this place credit. Other than the insane gear I get to witness, it was a proper maze, and I got lost for a little while. Was it lost or just infatuated with puzzles I couldn't seem to complete? The world may never know. Whatever it was, it felt like I was going in a loop, mainly because I didn't go into the next floor when I had the chance. Did we check everything through the red door? Oh wait, that's right, we haven't gone down here yet. Yo, what up, my people? We have not gone this way, so we're on a new path. I like it. I like the perspective that this gives me. Makes me think outside the box. Yo, what up, blue door, home, sickles? Let me light up this area so you cannot spawn. And then, do we have anything in here? Sharpness 10. Sharpness 10. Oh, I didn't even notice the rest of the stuff in here, by the way. I didn't even notice this. Okay, whatever. Well, we went through that door. Then we go this way. And then this way we haven't gone yet. Let's make sure. Oh, okay. Oh, my word. I one-shot them. This castle was not ready for me. In here, there's just more good loot. There's just more good loot. It's over here. We got another thing. I gotta light up. Oh, we have evokers with diamond axes. Now, that could do damage in large numbers. That I will be honest with. Sharp 10, efficiency 10, diamond axe. We can turn that netherite. Oh my goodness. That is insane. That is crazy. That's crazier than the sword because it has efficiency 10 on it. Dude, I'm so glad I'm doing this early because I really want to use this loot, man. This loot is fire. Further in, the structure kept testing me, having me shear a pumpkin head and dispensering it so it could make a snow golem that led to another barrel. For once though, it wasn't actually too OP, but it did have more keys so I could continue exploring. Right into the best barrel of all time. I'm done. I'm leaving my office. Y'all can have it. An entire shulker box of Totems of Undying, a multi-shot 10? How does that even work? That's insane. I love this place. This place is so cool. Unfortunately, I've been pretty sad that this place isn't tough at all. Totem of Undying netherite zombies with speed and pufferfish and thorns and... Okay. Yeah, so it was finally fighting back. Can't really tell in this mess, but I was the one winning. Not that I knew it at the time, but these things are wearing Prot 10 armor. If more of them were able to spawn in there, it was a chance of a loss. But lucky for me, and unlucky for them, the room had a light source. That way I could take a break from fighting them. Oh, yeah, there was also like some gold stuff and like a knockback stick in a chest. It only had like looting 10 and sharpness 20 on it, so who even cares about that stuff? But finally, after all of this time, I opened the last red door and swam down a 1-by-1 glass tube to the final floor, discovering the magical protective barrier of this place. What is this thing? What? What am I looking at? Oh, it's going crazy! But we did it! We beat the castle! Let's go! Is there a way out up here? That'd be pretty cool if there was. Okay, I'm not seeing a way out. I gotta go back through the entire thing, don't I? Well, actually, wait, no. We can find out now, right? How do we get out if we've beaten the castle? Now that I think about it. How do we... Do I have to turn that off? Oh, wait. I may have to turn the Sacred Castle thing off, don't I? Okay, so this is what powers the entire... Oh, it's like a magical barrier. And I've defeated it, which means I can just leave. I can get out of here. I can be free. Ah, it's so great to... I'm not worried about this. Well, that was an insane castle. Well, that was an insane castle. I don't even know... I don't have words after what we just went through. That was the weirdest and coolest thing I think I've ever seen. Look at our loot. Just gander at what we got in here, and you can't even tell. The enchants alone are insane. As you can tell, I've been pretty excited about the loot. I mean, who wouldn't be? But honestly, I'm more excited about being able to go home. That place was stressful, in a good way. Hey, wait, if I turned off its protective barrier, does that mean I doom this world and all of the floating islands will fall back down? That's too much to think about. Guess that's a story for another day, because I had a home to get back to. Organization-wise, I hung up a few of the insane items that I knew I couldn't use, but they are forever mementos of the overpowered castle we just raided. As for my sword, it needs its final upgrade. It's possible to make a sharp 10. Oh my word, it's possible. Okay, I need 31 levels for that. I'm one level off. Okay, we got the levels. We got the levels. I gotta see it. I have to see it. I'm not gonna do this for every piece of armor because it's so useless, but like Sharp 10, Unbreaking 3, Fire Aspect 2, Sanctified 4, Knockback 2, Severing 3, Tombstone Soulbound, Looting 3, Mending, Berserker, Netherite, Sword. I don't even know what to say. Day 99, I honestly felt complete. I finished organizing all of my OP gear into 2 shulker boxes and hung them up in my backpack in case I needed to pull out 36 Wither Skeleton Skulls on command. Then I returned to the main point of all of my videos, a peaceful life in the sky. I got to work on a couple market stalls, starting with spruce log, slab, and stairs for the base, then a wall fence design to hold up the wool awning, the first one being red and white, then the other one offsetting it with a nice blue. I wrapped both of them in neat slabs, trapdoors, and campfires because they look really good as an outer ring. I'd say this area turned out splendid, with barrels and hay bales to complement the trade purpose of them. My final day on this island was once again spent improving its look and security. I'm gonna be gone soon, so I had the idea to make 2 archer towers. I used the same design for both, starting off with logs, walls, and fences, holding up a circular lookout. As for the roof, it was made of both spruce and oak to give it a little more texture. This first one sat over by the barn, while the other one sat atop the villager trader near the end of the runway. My last improvement to the island before the sunset and my 100 days was up. Okay, show me what my place looks like on the last day. Show me, plane. I need to know. How did we do? How did we do? How did we? Oh, take off, please. Oh, it's okay. It's nighttime, but like, all right. I put a lot in. Oh, dude, it looks so nice. I actually really like the 2 towers. They add so much height. I kind of wish I put this tower like right here, maybe. But other than that, they look really good. I am very, very happy with how our floating island turned out. I'm gonna murder that bridge, by the way. Hold on. Let's take our final day. And let's land our plane. Let's not miss. No missing. Perfect landing. Perfect landing. Boom. Oh, that was so clean. Okay, let me get rid of this bridge. That'll be the final touch for our island, is getting rid of this bridge over here, because honestly, we no longer need it. We don't need this anymore. We're free of the other islands. We live on our own. We don't need you. And last block, we're self-sufficient. We've finally made it to self-sufficiency on the island. We have every crop we could possibly need. We have so much extra food. We have all the ores we could ever want. Our tools are mega insane for some reason. They are truly the best. I mean, if I wanted to come over here and just like absolutely ruin this house, it's one click. It's literally instant. That's how fast this axe is. I'm able to call this place my home. And honestly, I think we did a really good job. I am proud of this island. I'm proud of these 100 days. And if you are, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Wow, I normally voice that over. But for all my hard work, comment Frank the Tank if you made it this far and just loved his addition to the video. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to plug the fact that I stream on Twitch now down below in the description, but I'll see you in the next one. Peace.